Hello, I'm Jason, I'm the Director of Seasoned Cookshop, and we're going to talk about how to sharpen your knives with a steel. So basically, you want to get the right angle. If you go halfway, 90 degrees, half that rather, to 45, just over half again, and you've got pretty much the right angle. And you want to pull it upwards, like so. Base of the knife through to the tip. About 5 times each side should do you. And you want this is to maintain an already sharp knife, so you're not taking metal off. So you do this before you cook, so every day pretty much, just to keep this knife sharp. And that's it. That's all there is to it. For those of you who want a little bit more background information about sharpening with a steel, this is a ceramic steel, and you can get more commonly a metal steel. The metal steel is largely used for European knives. Ceramic is generally used for Japanese or Asian knives. The reason being that Japanese knives have a very fine point on them, a 15-degree angle. European knives have a wider point. To maintain that fine point, Japanese knives have a typically harder steel. And because it's harder, it's comparatively brittle. So that very, very fine tip, if and when it bends, something rough like a metal steel or a steel will just break bits off the edge of the tip of your knife. It's too rough. So ceramic is a much more gentle material that will straighten out the edges of a Japanese knife. So steel knives for European, so always use ceramic for Japanese. The one other thing I'd just point out is that a steel will only be effective for so long. What will happen with steel, if you keep bending it backwards and forwards, eventually it's going to weaken and your very, very fine tip will just break off. So this will do you for a certain amount of time, but then you'll eventually come to find that it's not getting your knife sharp anymore, at which point you just need to reset the edge. It would have dulled back into a sharp edge. And you do that with either a whetstone or a pull through. Once it's sharp again, then you can maintain your sharp knife for a while with a steel. Happy chopping.